You met a guy named Tommy at a party, and dinner went well according to you, but you also said that is how your evening ended, by you inviting him up to your place and him turning you down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, awkward.
When he said that to you, was it obvious that he didn't like you?
He said, no, I don't think it's a good idea.
Was it
I
like...
don't think it's a good
and
idea.
You're a living, breathing woman with a pulse, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys. There's some guys who think that that's moving too fast. I mean, maybe it was too much for him.
No, I didn't even get a kiss, goodbye, or anything.
Even a handshake? Did he at least give you a handshake?
High five.
Nothing.
No hug or anything.
Oh.
So I texted him later and I asked, is everything okay? And he responded, yes, period.
That's it? Just a one word?
Not good.
Yes.
Yeah, anytime anybody texts me with a one-word something, even if it's like my parents and we're just talking about something and I know that they don't really know how to text correct, I'm just like, oh my God, what's wrong?
I know.
So he just gave you the one word yes with a period.
Yeah. And then I said, did I do something wrong? And I never got any response.
Oh, no.
Did it seem like he was enjoying the date that you were on when you guys went out to dinner?
I thought so. I mean, I asked him up to my apartment. So.
Right.
Yeah, so you
Well, I mean,
thought
you-
everything was going
You
good.
thought it was going perfect. Was there any moment in the date that you think something weird could have happened, something awkward other than him turning down your advances to?
No, I mean, the only thing I can think of is I took my time when he came to my house. He texted me and told me that he was there, and I took my time coming out of the apartment. You know, like I was trying to look cute and just running late.
Are we talking like 5-10 minutes or 2 hours?
No, it was like 15 minutes maybe.
Okay, so
Yeah,
not
but that's
terrible.
annoying, though. No,
It is
bad.
annoying when you pull up and you're like, oh my God, come on, hurry
It's
up.
like being late to the date.
But at this point, guys build that into their schedule, I feel like. They're just used to it.
This was the beginning of the date, though, and everything else seemed to go fine. Like, I can't imagine, like, finally at the end he gets upset about it.
Good point.
And I looked good. You know, I was taking my time to look good for him, and I apologized.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to take that long, you better look good.
Yeah.
That's the rule that I have. If you show up 15 minutes late and you're kind of looking pretty basic, then we're not going out again. But if you look like Beyonce, then yes, you did a good job. And there's that 15-minute grace period where you're okay. At this point, are you hoping to get a second date? Do you feel like he's going to want to go out with you again, or are you just hoping to find out why?
I would like a second date, but at this point, I'm not getting my hopes up about it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I just want to know what is going on.
I mean, if he responded, your last conversation was like that, where he gave you a one-word answer and then just never responded if you asked if you did something wrong. He's obviously not into you for some reason.
Doesn't look good.
But maybe we can turn whatever it is into a positive and get you a second date out of the deal.
I hope so.
Or at least you understand what you're doing wrong.
Yes.
All right, well, play a song, come back, get him on the phone and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks.
All right, hang on.
My face above the water.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Amanda is on the phone with us, and she wants us to call a guy named Tommy. Something very awkward happened at the end of her date with Tommy when she invited him up to her place. He said, I don't think that's a good idea. And then she hasn't really heard anything from him. So it's obvious that something happened on the date that went wrong, and Tommy didn't like Andrea very much. We don't know why. That's why we're about to get him on the phone, see if we can find out what Andrea did on the date. And Andrea, I've got a special treat for you.
Okay.
Okay, this is something never done before in a second date update. I'm going to try something groundbreaking here when we call him, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to pretend to be you.
I don't think that's
It's
going to be...
the first second date update where I've ever
Okay.
pretended to be the other person, and I think it can work out very well if I get him on the phone and just like, hey, what's up, Tommy?
Yeah.
It's
Foolproof
me,
plan.
Andrea. Don't you remember? You wanted to come to my place, and I was like, hey, come up and kiss me sometimes.
I'm confused talking to
Right?
you right now. that
I
he's
know.
talking.
Where'd Jubal go?
Andrea, what do you
I
think?
think I'll go for it.
Go for it? You think that'll work out well? All right, Andrea.
I'm sorry, Andrea.
You about ready to give him a call, see if we can get him on the phone?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. I'm so nervous. I feel like he wouldn't be able to tell a difference at all. And it probably would score you a date, Andrea. I'm a pretty sweet talker.
Hello?
Hey, is Tommy there?
Oh, my gosh.
Hello?
Hey, is Tommy there?
Yeah, this is he. Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Good. Can I help you?
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they wanted to see if I could get you on the phone and talk to you for a minute.
You serious?
Yep. Her name is Andrea.
Huh.
All right,
That
so
was
you remember going out with Andrea?
Yes, I do.
She told us that you guys went out for dinner and had a lot of fun.
Wow.
And she said, though, at the end of the night after your date, that she invited you to her place and you turned her down, and then you haven't really talked to her at all after. So she's wondering why you turned her down.
Wow. So she called you to ask me that?
Yes, because apparently she couldn't get you on the phone. So her last resort was to ask us to call you and find out what the reason is.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty pathetic, but I was pretty pissed off, and I didn't want to really talk to her anymore.
You were pissed off and you didn't want to talk to her anymore.
That's right.
Do you mind telling us why?
Well, she's obviously told you everything, right?
I'll tell you what she told us. She said that you guys went out to dinner. She thought you were having a fun time. At the end of the night, she asked if you wanted to go up to her place. You said no. She had a real quick text exchange with you, and that's the last she's heard from you.
And the only thing she mentioned was that she might have made you wait 15 minutes while she was getting ready for the date.
Oh, yeah. That's the least of her problems, man.
What did she do?
that's intense.
Why are you so mad at her?
Basically, I got into a conversation with her over dinner about travel, and, I just recently came from Nepal, and we had a really good conversation, and she told me about this trip that she went to in Canada.
Okay.
And she was complaining about Canadian drivers and how she wished that she could just go party in Canada without there being such dumbasses in there.
So it sounds like you're personally insulted that she was making fun of Canadians.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm from Ontario. I'm from Waterloo, Canada.
So she was railing on Canadians. Did you tell her that you're from Canada?
No, I didn't tell her from Canada.
Okay,
I
wait.
let her go on and on and on. She went on for an hour talking about how she thinks that Obama should infiltrate Canada.
No.
So frankly, I'm kind of glad that you called me because now you guys can see how much of an idiot she is.
Do you think that she...
I'm not taking
going
it.
on any more dates with her.
I'm not as offended as you are that she was making fun of Canada.
Yeah.
Was it that bad?
I mean, it's not that it was bad. It's just I don't really want to hang out with an idiot.
Do you think that maybe she could have been joking, like she was nervous and you took it the wrong way?
Can you switch sides and come into my place and have somebody make fun of where you're from for about an hour?
Well, I get it, but why wouldn't you, defend Canada in that moment?
Because it's difficult to defend Canada.
Okay, see, that's the that I don't like dealing with.
I'm sorry.
Just
I
a-
love maple syrup.
Lydia.
I'm sorry.
Lydia.
I had no idea that you guys got so angry, Tommy. Just in general.
I mean, I could take it for a minute or two, that's fine, but she just went completely off for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
after a little bit, I'm fine. She just kept making fun of the beer. The beer tastes like piss. It does not taste like piss.
You've
And
had
then she talked about how she hates their accents and how they keep saying A this and A that. You know what? After a while, I'm sorry, but she just wasn't very attractive to me anymore.
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Tommy. I haven't heard you say a or a boot or anything once. None of that.
Yeah, well that's because it's a stupid stereotype. I'm a proud Canadian. I love my country.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's it. Bottom
And-
line.
As you should.
Tommy, at any point did you look at her and go, "Hey, shut the up about Canada"? Did you never
Well,
do
you know
that?
what? Next time I run into her, I'll be sure to say that.
Well, then perfect, Tommy. I'm going to give you the opportunity to say it right now because she's actually on the phone listening.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I had no idea that you were from Canada.
You spent an hour at dinner making fun of my
Chill
country.
out, man. I was just joking. That's what we do in Seattle. We joke about Canada.
It's true.
Lighten up.
Hey, you want to hear a joke? Let's go out on another date.
I'll give you props for that
Zing.
one, Tommy.
Are you actually offended about all this? I was joking, and you could have stopped me at any time and told me,
Yeah, but
hey, I'm actually from Canada. I'm offended.
If I stopped you, then I wouldn't be able to hear all the wonderful things you have to say about my country.
I was joking. It was a joke. You don't have to be an ass about it.
Oh.
You called a radio station to figure out why I wasn't calling you back. Okay?
Because you didn't have the balls to tell me yourself.
Well, he's Canadian, Andrea.
Oh, guys.
Hey, hey, off there. Seriously, off.
Shouldn't that have been followed with an A or something, Tommy?
Come on, dude.
You know
That's
what?
like,
You know what? You should come up to Canada, all right? Come up to Canada. I'll show you what some real beer tastes like, because your American beer tastes like crap.
I love going to Canada, dude. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun for me, except for that weird money that you have. I like it.
Yeah.
Off, man.
Oh, jeez.
I honestly think that he deserves an apology from you, Andrea.
Why?
Because, like,
The dude is uptight.
No, listen,
Yeah.
I am from North Idaho, and people make fun of me all the time for it.
yeah.
And it's where I was born and raised, and there's something to be said where it feels like they're attacking you personally because where you're from is such a part of who you are.
Yeah, but you're from Northern Idaho. I think it's okay to make fun of that, too. Canadians and Idahoans, perfectly fair game.
What if they're making fun of Seattle?
I make fun of myself all the time.
But
You
it's
guys
different
are
when
just a
people are
little
attacking
uptight.
you for an hour.
I don't
Just
think, Andrea, were you
apologize.
going off on him for an hour?
No, it wasn't for an hour, and I would have stopped if he'd said something. He's completely exaggerating.
But you haven't apologized once on this phone call.
Because I'm not sorry for what I was saying.
Yeah.
She's only sorry about his sense of humor.
Yeah, which is weird because normally Canadians have a good sense of humor. Like that's the one thing that they have going for them up there. Is there's a lot of funny people that have come from there. Andrea, I'm sorry we couldn't get you a second date.
Yeah.
No, I'm really glad that this happened because I don't want a second date. What was that?
Maybe choose a different location to make fun of next time. I mean, Oregon has plenty of material.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Or Andrea, date Americans. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Stop going out with these weird Canucks. They're strange. We can all learn a lot from the guy who was on the phone today and wants to do a second date update. I think one of the lessons that we'll learn from him is there's a function on your phone when you're looking at pictures. And that function is the delete button. Sometimes it's good to delete a few pics from your phone before you show them to somebody else. Am I right, Eddie?
You are right.
Oh, man.
I'll let Eddie tell us what happened in just a second. But first of all, tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today.
Her name is Lynn.
Lynn, all right. And how did you meet Lynn?
I met her on an online site on JDate.
Oh, you met her on
Okay.
JDate. All right, cool.
I mean, her profile drew me in. She was amazing. Super beautiful.
Tell us about what you guys did for your date.
We went out to a bar and just had drinks just to get to know each other.
Pretty casual.
Very casual, yeah.
All right, and we'll forget about all that. Tell us why I started this off by saying there's a delete button on your phone for pictures.
Yes, please.
I think that's probably the most important part of your date.
Okay. 'Cause it's so embarrassing. Okay, we were talking. We were talking, telling stories, just having a good time, getting to know each other. And I was telling her the story about a fishing trip that I went on. It was the first time I'd ever gone fishing, and I caught a fish, which I thought was kind of amazing because I didn't expect to. And so I had a picture, and so I'm literally telling a fish story, right?
Right.
And so I was like, I have to show her the picture. So I get out my phone, and I start scrolling through the pictures,
Oh, no, Eddie.
Oh, no.
and a photo comes up of a self-portrait.
So you had a junk pic right there on your phone, and you accidentally swiped onto it. Now, how did you act?
no.
How did you act when you first? Did you try to make an excuse for it?
I didn't even acknowledge it. I just kept going and smiling like nothing had happened.
And and this picture is of you. I'm assuming.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that would
That'd be a whole other story.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's somebody else. Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry.
Not that she would know. My face wasn't in it, but yeah.
Did she
she
say anything?
Yeah, did she react
She,
to that?
I mean, I was holding it like a foot from our faces, right? So
Yeah.
she saw it. I mean, there's no question, but she just was like, Didn't
Was it just that weird, like hot kind of feeling that you get where it's just like, oh my God, she saw that?
It felt terrible because I was like, I didn't want her to think that I had like done that on purpose, like that I was trying to be a total creep.
Yeah.
If she had laughed and we could have joked about it, but since she was quiet and I was quiet, and we
Yeah.
just both pretended. It made it worse.
So it was like on an elevator when somebody passes gas and you both know that it's happened.
Oh, yeah.
But neither one of you wants to say anything about it happening. Both of you guys know that this picture was seen. It's just neither one of you addressed it.
But passing gas doesn't make you a perv, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
Can I ask, why do you have it on your phone?
everybody takes one and just to look at, but you just delete it, right?
I know why you have it on your phone. It's because it's flattering, isn't it?
I'm not ashamed of myself.
There it is. You worked really hard to get the right lighting and the right angle.
Yes, the
All right.
complimentary, yeah.
So back to the reactions, though. You guys didn't
So then
mention
we
it.
just keep going, and it's like nothing happened. I just, okay, and I'm like swallowing hard. I could see that she was kind of embarrassed, you know. I mean, obviously, it was but then I was like, now I want to bring it up later. It just felt so creepy and horrible.
So
and I was just,
did you
so
ever
bummed.
bring it up at all?
No.
Okay, and did the rest of the date seem to go okay after that?
Yeah, the rest of the day seemed to go okay. I mean, we just kept talking and joking. We talked about the story, and I showed her, got to the fish photo, and
And was she impressed by that?
she thought it was a big fish.
Okay.
Did she have a hard Did she have a hard time the rest of the date making eye contact with you?
Yeah, she was a sport. I mean, she was good about it, but like I knew that it had changed when at the end of the date, I took her to her place and I dropped her off and I walked her to her door and we kissed.
Oh, that's nice.
And the kiss was totally cold. It was not totally cold, but it was like a peck, you know.
It wasn't what you were expecting.
Yeah.
No, it was like, see ya, you know.
And that's the last thing that you heard from her?
She did respond to my text, but even the texts were short and it wasn't like flirty at all. And it
Yeah.
just seems like she's gone, okay, this guy's a creep. I'm
Did
done.
you should just send her that picture and go, hey, did you see this on my phone? Is that why you're being cold to me? Is that why you're not responding?
Just completely double down on it.
Yeah, why not? All right, so you haven't heard anything from her. You obviously haven't made plans to go out on a second date. And
No. I would just love to be able to just laugh about it and maybe start over. You know?
So
So
you
you-
do want to address it then when we talk to
Oh,
her?
well, yeah, we have to. I mean, because I want to see her again, so we have to address it.
Okay.
So put it out there, see if that is, in fact, the reason that she's not calling you back. And if it
just
is,
to know that I didn't like do it on purpose. That's the real thing that I was worried about. Because I mean, everybody can relate to like that people do that. It's just part of the world we live in. But like, I just didn't want to be like, I'm a creep who wants you to look at my
yeah.
butt, you know.
Like, oopsies. Sorry about that. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, the more that I think about it, the more that I think the guy on the phone for a second date update today, Eddie, is a liar. I think Eddie, I think you lied to us.
What?
You think I lied
Yes, I think you're lying to me.
about what?
Well, you said that you went out on your date with the girl you want us to call today, and during the date there was an awkward moment when you were scrolling through pictures on your phone trying to find a fishing pic
Yeah,
and accidentally scrolled by a junk pic of yourself.
yeah, that's all true.
Now, you say that you didn't do that on purpose, but I have a feeling that you did do that on purpose.
It was strategically placed in his gallery.
No, I told you that I did not. I felt terrible.
Yeah, right, Eddie. See,
No.
I think if you're gonna do that next time, don't use your phone. Show her in person. Just like, be like, oh, hey, look at the salt shaker on the table. Oh, what's that right next to it? How'd that get there?
Whoopsies.
Sorry about that.
You're a pervert.
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
Very true.
I'm not arguing with you on that one, Eddie. So Eddie wants us to call this girl named Lynn today. That's what happened on their date. He thinks that's the reason she's not calling him back, because there was an awkward moment when he was scrolling through the pics, went over a junk pic, and they didn't really make any reference to it, but she got kind of awkward after that. So we're going to get her on the phone and find out if that is, in fact, the reason. And if that is the reason, hopefully we can patch things up with you two and get you guys to go out again. Are you ready to call her?
Yep.
All right, man. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Lynn, please?
this is she.
Hey, Lynn, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay,
How you doing?
I'm good. How can I help you?
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and he hasn't really heard back from you and wants to know why, so he emailed us and asked us to give you a call.
Okay.
His name is Eddie.
Oh God.
You obviously remember going out with Eddie then.
Yeah, I remember that one.
We talked to Eddie about your date. He did tell us that there was an awkward moment where you might have saw something on his phone, and he thinks that's why you're not calling him back. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Was that a little weird for you, and is that the reason that you don't want to go out with him again?
It was weird. Like I definitely ordered another drink. It probably would have been better if he had said something.
Right. It's
And
weird to not
made
address it.
And made reference to it at least.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody has some pictures, right? It's not a deal breaker.
Okay, then so do you want to see him again?
You know, he seemed like a nice guy, but it just got a little weird.
What got weird about it? I mean, okay, so for me, I would think seeing a picture of his manhood on his phone would be the weird part.
I mean, it seems like he has kind of a weird relationship with his father.
With his father?
Are you like Lynn, are you like a psychologist or something? I mean, how do you draw this?
No, and I don't mean to judge, and, you know, I'm all about, like, having a good, you know, relationship with family is important and everything, but, like, every story he told, he managed to say something about his dad in it.
Like how he looks up to his dad, or how his dad happened to be there when he was fishing and when he went...
like the fishing trip was with his dad. They live on the same block. Like, just everything he was talking about, he managed to say something about his dad.
So he's too close with his father, you think?
I mean, he said that his dad is single and that they go try to pick up girls together.
He said that he's on a date with you and he's talking about going to pick up girls with his dad?
Yeah. It was just weird. It just struck me the wrong way. And then when he's, like, looking through the pictures on his phone, there was this one picture of his dad shirtless, like, flexing to the camera, and he's talking about how his dad has, like, an amazing body and he's so fit for his age.
He's got a picture of his dad shirtless flexing on his phone.
I mean, he talked about his dad the whole night. He kept talking about how his dad was hella cool. My dad's hella cool.
How old is Eddie? Is he 14?
Yeah.
His dad's awesome.
It seemed like we were the same age, and I wasn't talking about how my parents were hella cool.
All right. My dad's hella cool. He lets me stay up till like 12:30. I can play all kinds of video games.
I mean, I'm glad that, you know, they're friends or whatever, but...
Yeah.
You just feel like he's a little too obsessed with his father.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
All right. Well, Lynn, thank you very much for sharing your story with us. I appreciate it. I'll let Eddie know what you said.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you tell Eddie yourself, because he's listening.
Seriously?
You guys make me sound like some total freak.
I don't. I just listened to Lynn tell us about your date.
Mm-hmm. That was so not what it was like. There was pictures of my friends on those photos.
I just heard a lot about your dad. It just struck me. What can I say?
But you make it sound like that was all I talked about.
Nobody has a shirtless photo of their dad on their phone. I'm sorry, that's weird.
It's not weird. We work out at the same gym, and we take. I mean, you take a picture.
Of course you do.
Making progress. I mean, my dad is like my friend. He's not like a normal dad, and like a lot of people's dads. Like, my dad plays Call of Duty. He goes out and gets hammered with me and my friends. Like, he's just like totally. I mean, he's got better style, like fashion style, than like most dudes.
It's not cool that your dad acts like an 18-year-old.
People think we're like brothers. I mean, if they see us out together.
I got that impression. You told me all about him already.
If you met him, you would know, like, what I'm talking about. Like, if you would think he was so cool.
Okay, I'm glad that you guys are so close. But
well, you talked about your best friend and your friends who are like you're super tight with.
Okay,
I mean, I talked about.
I was talking about my friends, like a group of friends, but none of them. Like, my best friend is not my father in his 60s. So I have a best friend, who I'm convinced is like the best human ever.
Well, he is the best human ever. I mean, and the other thing is, like, he's single and I'm single. We have a lot in common, like, in our lifestyles, like what we want in a life and stuff. So
what?
It's true.
Yeah. All right, hey, man, I'm not hating on you, Eddie. If that's your buddy, that's your buddy. I mean, can you see how it would be kind of weird, though, if you had a picture of, like, if Lynn pulled up her phone and it was a picture of her dad topless?
Don't most people have pictures of their parents on their phone?
Not shirtless.
Yeah, maybe not shirtless ones.
No.
It's just not as weird as you make it sound. I mean, and that wasn't like I talked about him all the time, but, like, he is a special. I mean, he's as cool as a dad can be.
I think you should give Eddie a break, Lynn. He's close with his family. He seems like a normal dude. Your dad's not going to have to go out on dates with you guys, right?
But if you want, I mean, I don't know, is your mom single?
Trying to hook his dad up now.
Okay, Eddie,
Double
I'm trying
date.
to help
Hey.
you.
This is not normal.
Lynn, would you be interested in going out on a second date with Eddie? I will pay for a second date for you guys.
You know, I just don't think it's a good
Come
match.
on. You gotta be
Like, he doesn't
kidding
even-
me.
Like, it's one thing to, like, be weirdly close, but then to not even realize that you're weirdly close, it's like a whole nother level.
It's not weirdly close. It's just
Yeah, it
unlucky
really
to have
is.
such a
It
cool
really
dad.
is.
All right. Well, Lynn, thank you for your time, Eddie. I'm sorry that you did not get your second date.
My dad is going to think this is so awesome when he hears about this.
Yeah, your dad got some radio airtime today. Tell him that, Eddie. He'll be happy to know. I do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
Because earlier in this whole thing, we thought the problem was that there was a junk pic on your phone that you showed her on accident.
Right, right.
Is that yours or is that your dad's? I just need to know that. I can say this with confidence, and I'm not overselling it. Today's second date is going to be awesome.
Uh-oh.
It's a first.
You never get excited about anything.
It's true. Something that's never happened
You don't believe in love, so it's probably not going to be good.
in a second date update. We've got Joel on the line right now. Joel is going to tell us about his date that he went on with a girl named Paige. And Joel, I got to tell you, before you tell us about your date, I have a surprise for you after you tell us.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
Well, I said after you tell us about Paige, I will tell you the interesting news.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit. So how'd you meet Paige?
I went to college with this girl who works with Paige, and basically she thought we would be a good match. So we got in touch, and she was like, hey, why don't we go to the spaghetti factory?
Okay. With the old spaghetti factory.
I was like, cool, that sounds like a good idea. Like, I like Italian food, and you know, it seems like a fun kind of place to go, like, very casual.
Yeah. We know what the old spaghetti factory is. Was it a good date or not? Like, how'd it go actually at the spaghetti factory?
Yeah, I had a really good time. We had a really good conversation. I'm a pretty personable guy, so I'm pretty good at, like, just getting the fun side out of people, I guess.
Okay, so Spaghetti Factory was fun.
You brought
I
out her
like it.
fun side.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, we had a good time.
How did the date end?
We went out for a couple drinks after that, and, you know, things got a little interesting.
Okay, what is it?
And
We made out a little bit, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Were you at the bar making out, or did you?
Yeah, we were at the bar making out.
Dude, I love seeing those couples. I think it's so funny. I'm sorry. Sorry,
right.
Joel. Good for you. Good for you, buddy.
Joel, now I'm going to tell you the surprise that I have.
What's that?
I want to introduce you to Mark. Mark, say hi to Joel.
What?
Hey, Joel.
I'm confused.
Mark actually emailed us about a girl named Paige
Oh, no.
with the same phone number.
No way.
Mark went out on a date with Paige, too, and she's not calling Mark back either, is she, Mark?
Get it, girl.
Oh no.
Dude, that's so... Mark, please tell me you went to the Spaghetti Factory as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good for her.
Producer Boyd and I were going over emails and noticed that, oh, wow, weird. Both of these guys said they went out with a Paige, and then we looked at the numbers. We're like, that's the same girl, same date, everything.
Did we just find, like, the female Deuce Bigelow
Yeah.
or something?
You know, she went on 2 dates. Come on.
Mark,
No,
yeah, but it's kind of weird that both of them would email the radio station for a second date
She took
update.
them both to the same location.
Yeah.
That's her go-to.
She-
She's a player.
She
Mark?
has a type.
Mark, why don't you tell us about your date with Paige? How'd that go?
It went great, I thought. You know, I met her through this online dating service, and we like same movies, same music, and so then she was like, let's go to the spaghetti factory. And I'm like, okay, yeah, why not? I love spaghetti. And yeah, she was cool, like fun, funny, like
No,
had a lot of energy.
Joel got a makeout at the end of the night. Did you get anything?
In the same bar, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. What did it feel like to hear Joel telling your story, but with a different dude?
I felt like it kind of used.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like an object.
You guys both feel like a piece of meat right now?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I don't like it.
Pretty much.
All right.
How the tables have turned, my friends. How
Well,
the tables have turned.
We're going to play a song, come back,
Oh my god, we're gonna ambush her.
call her, and get both of your second date updates. How about that?
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Mark and Joel, now that you've had a song to think about it,
Gosh.
that you guys have both gone on a date with the same girl, different times, same location, same bar, everything else. We'll start with Joel. Joel, how are you feeling about things?
I don't feel very good, to be honest.
Because you were shocked by this. You had no idea Mark was on the phone.
I mean, I was just calling to see, like, what was going on because I really felt like I had a connection with somebody.
But you may still.
And
You could still.
Nah,
I don't think
Come
so.
Mark, what are you feeling like before we call Paige?
I'm kind of feeling, after thinking about it, I'm a little pissed off, you know?
Yeah,
Like-
I'd be too, man.
But she just went
Yeah,
on
I am a little
dates.
pissed off.
Yeah, but she's like going on the same date with different guys and just insert here.
And then blew them both off.
oh,
you know.
and she's making out with both of them.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
problem is she's not getting back to
Right?
her. Okay, you guys ready to call her?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, come
All right.
so weird.
Let's go. I can't wait to hear what she says.
Oh, brother.
All right.
I love this girl already. I'll tell you that right now.
Of course you do, Brooke.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Paige, please?
Yeah, this is Paige.
Hey, Paige. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. The reason that I'm calling you, are you familiar with our show?
I am, yeah.
Okay, have you heard the second date updates?
Uh-huh.
Somebody emailed us about you.
Ooh.
You recently went on a date with someone, and they liked you a lot, but you're not calling them back. Can you think of who that would be?
David?
It is not David, Paige.
You're amazing.
It's actually a guy named Joel. You remember Joel?
Yes.
That was not very convincing, Paige.
Do you remember going out with Joel?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, there's definitely been a few people because, Paige, we also got an email from Mark about you. We had two guys email us about you.
Oh,
It's okay, Paige. It's okay.
So
Really?
Yes, it is.
it's obvious that you're dating around, which is whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
But why are you not calling anybody back?
I mean, what did their emails say? Did they?
Well, both of their emails said that they really liked going out with you and thought you were cool and you had a connection. They didn't get back to you, but now we find out like there's another chump named Dave out there that didn't email us. So are you just going out on a ton of dates and just?
Just having a lot of fun, you know? Just going and meeting people and...
So, can I ask, why do you take them all to the same place? I mean, the old spaghetti factory is fun, Paige, but I don't think it's like 3 times in a row fun.
There's a lot of great stuff there.
Okay, Paige,
Oh, wow.
come on.
I'm on your side here. Like, I think it's totally cool for girls to date, but you just got to give us the reason why you don't want to call these guys back.
I mean, I go on a bunch of dates and then I write about it.
What? In your diary?
I have a blog.
Oh, you write a dating blog.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, they each have an excerpt.
Okay, so you write a dating blog, so you just go out on dates with dudes and then log it there.
Yeah. I mean, like, I really want to do more journalistic stuff, and I think people are fascinating, so I just watching them and telling the world about them.
Are you invested at all in like the romantic part of it? Like, are you looking to actually meet a guy?
I feel like I'm